Every podcaster has lived this moment. You finally land the guest. You schedule the interview. You hit record, and the audio sounds like it traveled through 1998 AOL dial-up. I know you know. And if you don't, I'm sure there's a way that you can hear that audio on the web somewhere. Either way, it's like a tin can or someone's basement humidifier. And the point is, remote interviews can be unpredictable because you get internet issues or echoey audio and robotic voices or glitching audio. The chaos is real. And that's the exact problem that SquadCast promises to fix. And before we go any further, shout out to the King and the Gentleman Show, who commented SquadCast and requested this review. I see you, and keep those suggestions coming, all of you. So today, we're answering one question. Is SquadCast the reliable solution remote podcasters have been waiting for? Or just another recording platform that looks great on the website but falls apart once the session starts? Because obviously we want to know that, right? Hey, it's Caitlin, and welcome back to GBRLIFE Reviews, where I test the tools, sites, and platforms so you don't waste your time or your money. So let's get into SquadCast right after my really quick intro while you like and subscribe, or you can skip ahead using the chapters.
Welcome to GBRLIFE. We'll talk big love, everything in the mix. So bring your boys, your bride, you're home now, babe. This is GBRLIFE. Ooh, this is GBRLIFE.
So what is SquadCast? It's a browser-based remote recording platform, and it's built specifically for podcasters and video creators. So think Zoom or Google Meet. But instead of recording the call, SquadCast records each participant locally on their device, and then it uploads those files to the cloud. That means even if someone's Wi-Fi hiccups mid-sentence, the final recording stays clean. Because SquadCast allows you to record high-quality audio and video, capture separate tracks for each speaker. You can invite guests with a simple link with no software required, and you can send files directly to editing tools like Descript. And there's a reason behind that. It is designed to give remote recordings a studio feel without the tech nightmare energy. And the Descript part, they acquired it. In 2023, Descript purchased SquadCast. So now it's SquadCast by Descript. So let's look at it and let me show you exactly what I like. This is SquadCast. This is the dashboard that you're going to see right when you log in. But before I even show you all of the features in here, I actually want to go over to the website because I want you to see right here, they have the mobile, and then this is someone on their computer. And as you can see from that, it's easily adding in all these people. The quality they're saying is going to be clean, and they can record off of whatever device, and it's allowing everyone who's involved to get that quality recording all together at the same time. Will there be a little bit of a lag? That's always a possibility, but it is still going to be a lot less than you would have if you're dealing with true internet issues, because again, this is getting recorded locally. So let's go back over to the actual dashboard. Now, I'm not adding my shows here because I already have that through Buzzsprout, which I did another review on, so you can check that out anytime. But basically, you can add your podcast right here. And again, you're going to get that high quality recording. These are the things I like because I always forget to say that. These are the things I liked. That high quality recording, the separate audio and video tracks that, helps in case anybody does cough or there's a dog or something that allows you to kind of maybe put something else up at that time when you're airing. And then also there isn't any issues with downloading anything for guests because this is a browser, as you can see right over here. Plus there is video recording up to 4K. And I should also mention there is cloud backup. So you're not going to be in a situation where you're like, oh my God, is there a backup because something happened? Because something can always happen. But that being said, right when you go in, you would see upcoming sessions and you would add your own session right here. If I say create session, you can start it right at that moment, or you can schedule a session and you can send that link over to somebody else. All sessions are just going to show you everything that you've done in the past, your favorite session. So it's just basically making it like a little template and easy for you to go ahead and send it out or go right back into the same situation that you've done multiple times. And any recent recordings are all straight away right in front of you. Then you also have your show settings. Here, I really liked as well because you can add in, a little bit more of that branding feel. Team members, if you want to, the shows you can transfer. I'm not doing that again because I have mine through Buzzsprout. And then you have your recording time, and that is where the money comes into play. But I will say this, if you have Descript already, this may become something you absolutely love, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Plus, you have your integrations. This is also really great as well because you are not sitting here worrying about whether or not you need to get away from something else in order to use this. It integrates with, obviously, Descript. I have that connected because it's by Descript. But Dropbox and Captivate and SavvyCal, your Zapier integrations that allows you to create those apps. And how nice is it that you don't have to go over to Zapier and figure out how to connect it? They're showing you right here, hey, create it. Just click over here and it'll bring you to your Zapier. And your subscriptions, billing, organization settings, because of course, I could say GBRLIFE. Developers, so that API key, the webhooks. And over here is where all those recordings would be. The dashboard and your show is basically the same thing. The only difference is that, see, the dashboard shows you new session, and if you go to my show, you can see the show settings and stuff right there. And that's basically it. You're just going to go ahead and record, and it's going to create that local file directly onto your computer, and that's basically it. That's the whole of it. But it does the cloud storage as well, so that you aren't losing anything at the same time. And while this may seem so simple, it's really not. It's showing that they can make it very quick and easy to use without making it chaos or complex for you. It has everything you need. It has the ability to brand. It has the ability to send links. You can do show countdown. You can mute to log in. You can still master with your sound. It uses, I never know how to say this, Auphonic, I think is how you say it, which is phenomenal with their audio. I'm going to tell you that right now, and you can go with them if you want to by itself. So they have pretty much everything you're going to need for a podcast if you're doing that. But I would say that this is absolutely used for somebody who is doing a video podcast more so than audio only. So, and bringing that in, let me talk about some of the things I don't like, which is, while it has all of these options, you can also see there's not one place that I went to that allows you to edit your podcast at all. So this is not handling any editing or mixing or anything in that regards. And even in the sense of hosting, it's not really sending it out anywhere. So it's not a good host. You're not going to get a good opportunity to send it out to, your Apple podcast or your Spotify or anything like that. And for editing, you're still going to need that separate editor like Descript or Audacity or Premiere or Final Cut. And then also one thing I don't like is the browser capability. Reality is that it only works on specific browsers, and using something like Safari, it's just not going to work. And really, you're going to find out when your guest is kind of finding out. And so they'll have to go over to another browser. And while there's no downloading here because this is browser based, if they don't have the right browser, they have to download the right browser to do it. And also, in order to do all of this, there's no real free tier. You're kind of going in as a trial, and that's it. Once the trial is done, you're going to be paying for all of this. Plus, even though this is very easy to do, there is some technical portions of this. And the reason for that is because even if you are using a browser and you're just kind of clicking a button, you still need to make sure you know how to set up your camera, how to set up your microphone to work with it as you're going into the actual session, which I can't really show you because it will do that whole like mirror thing with my computer. I'm sure there's a way around that, but I don't know that part on the tech side. I don't know how to fix that. Either way, it's still a good option when you're looking at it as a simple solution. It's just not entirely simple. There's a little bit of a learning curve. Now, let's talk about what I know you really want to know, the pricing. So here's that pricing. You do have that free to get started. It's a trial because you only have 1 hour of recording, one show, up to 10 participants, which sounds big, but it's really not when you stop and think about if you do one show, 10-minute show, and then you're going to go do another one for another 10 minutes. And say you have 10 different shows you're going to do, that's already 10 participants. You're done. You're maxed out. Then you only have one integration with all the options I showed you. That includes that Zapier option. So no, you can't do more than one, just one integration. And, it does allow you to do some of the mixing of the audio, which is really good. They do offer really good audio options. And then the video and screen recording. But then you go into your hobbyist, creator, and business. And basically you can see everything goes up massively, 10 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours, which is more than enough for most podcasts. And 5 shows, unlimited, 10 participants on both, 2 integrations for the hobbyist, unlimited integrations for creator, and then pretty much everything else the same, but you get the master audio with Dolby voice for creator. And then business makes sense, where this is like the thing that you're doing, and you get that 40 hours of recording and like unlimited and a whole bunch of other great stuff on that end. Frequently asked questions. What happens if you run out of recording? Because I figured some of you might want to know that. If that does happen, it's saying over here that basically there is a grace period. You're not going to be interrupted in that moment, and you will be charged $5 per hour. But it also says that you're going to be notified. And I know that's one of the big things that people ask for. And of course, this does allow for teams. Now, this is the annual. And if you go to monthly, for $24, $35, or $65, what do I like about it? If you're already paying for Descript, it's included in your Descript price. Let that sink in. Yes. So how do I have SquadCast? I already pay for Descript. I really like it as a beginner, not a beginner like you're doing. You're a beginner to use Descript, although it's very easy to use and very easy to figure out. So I would say that it is a good option for a beginner. It's also more complex, but at the same time, it does help you with the learning curve with Descript. But what's nice about it is that using Descript as the starting point of your editing, because it allows you to use that transcript edit, it's a really great opportunity to go in and look there first to see what you need to remove and pauses and things like that, to remove all of that, and then go over to your big editing tool that you'll be using later on. That's how I do things. And I will say also, if anybody is editing like that, remember, people do want to make sure that you are actually real. So if you're taking out too many things, things, people don't, I don't say that people like that, but at the same time, it sounds a little more natural. So still be yourself. Authenticity does matter. But at the end of the day, that is all getting paid for by you via Descript if you decide to go that route, and you can just go ahead and use SquadCast, basically not for free, but it's added already. So it's an option for you. If you're using Descript, basically, you're already paying for SquadCast. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's an option for you to go in and record your shows that way. Or you can use another podcast tool, like I'm already using Buzzsprout that I've said a million times. But if I want to do an interview, this just sounds like a very reliable solution because it's adding everything into your computer locally and making sure that you're not having any issues in that sense. Just kind of keeps you safe. Or if you're trying to record for free or on a super tight budget, I don't think that the pricing that I mentioned is very cheap. So I wouldn't necessarily suggest using this either. Or if you want even a built-in editing or mixing or publishing tool, like you are not that all in one per se, but you can go in and just edit. Obviously, it's just not there. The strength of SquadCast is more about precision recording, not the automation, not simplicity, although it is pretty simple, and definitely not hosting. But it does give you really good quality capture, and that's what it's all about because it's going to record locally. And just to help you out, I'm about to show you a little comparison chart with other recording tools just like this. And here it is. Future Caitlin here. I forgot to mention, there's a companion post to this very review. This one and plenty of others. If you head over to GBRLIFE.com or you just click the link that's below, I've added that companion post. You can see all of those comparison charts and so much more based off of this review on that blog post. In addition to so much more in GBRLIFE as it is. All of these additional review videos, plus the podcast and the clothing line, go over to the website. You will find a lot more that GBRLIFE has to offer. Check it out and see if you like it. So now that you see whether or not it's actually for you in comparison to the other tools out there, I'm going to go ahead and give SquadCast the GBRLIFE rating of a 4 out of 5. I know, I'm sure you're shocked. It doesn't do as much as other tools, and yet I'm giving it a 4. But that's because it's not promising to be an all-in-one, but it does do exactly what it promises. It does give you clean, separate audio and video tracks without recording glitches and without making guests install anything truly. It's reliable and it's polished and built with creators in mind. But it loses a star for me because there's no real free option. It's more of a trial thing. And there's no built-in editing, which also stops me from giving it a really good score. And I'm going to fully admit, and the fact that I don't have to pay for it because I already have it through Descript because Descript owns it, it probably helped raise it up. I just love the fact that there's an option from Descript in addition to what they already offer. And I would heavily suggest looking into Descript. There's a video for that as well. If you are interested in more of that all-in-one feature. So basically, if your remote recording workflow has been chaotic, glitchy, or just straight up disrespectful, SquadCast might be the fix that you've been looking for. But I want to know what you think. Would you use a super focused recording tool like this, where really that's all it does? Or do you prefer an all-in-one platform where everything lives under one login, not having to go back and forth between Descript and SquadCast? Drop your thoughts below. And that's it for this week's GBRLIFE review. But if you want more like this, check out the GBRLIFE Unfiltered Opinions review playlist. Like my review from last week on Gamma App. Is it better than PowerPoint and Canva combined? Find out when you watch the next one. Plus, there's the whole GBRLIFE universe. What do I mean? Well, with all of my content on GBRLIFE.com and my fabulous Mama Koala clothing line, you don't have to be without GBRLIFE in your life. Now go watch more GBRLIFE reviews, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!